Welcome to today's Daily Dose, where you can get your daily dose of motivation and inspiration. I'm Eric Watson, entrepreneur and business leader, and it is my mission to help as many people as I can in the areas of wealth, wellness, and winning. And if I can touch but one with my daily dose, my job is done.
Welcome to today's Daily Dose. I'm Mr. Eric Watson, here to give you your daily dose of motivation and inspiration to hopefully get you through your day. And I will say, as I say each and every day, I am yet again blessed to be blessed on today, the greatest day of my life. And some of you may ask, why is today of all days the greatest day of your life, Eric? I'll tell you why. Today is the greatest day of my life because today is the most recent occurrence whereby I've been allowed to get up out of bed, walk amongst the living, take yet another breath, but more importantly, share with each and every one of you. And I truly feel that my ability to share is a blessing. I do not take it for granted. And I hope and pray each and every day that someone will be positively impacted and or positively influenced by something that is said today. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get into today's Daily Dose quote. And today's quote is by a gentleman named Victor Hugo. OK, Victor Hugo. And he was a French poet, novelist, dramatist, and romantic, part of the Romantic movement. Hugo is considered one of the greatest, best known French writers. Okay, and what Victor Hugo said was, people do not lack strength, they lack will. Okay, again, people do not lack strength, they lack will. Now, have you ever wanted to do something and felt like you just couldn't get it done? Have you been in a situation where you felt like you were simply just not physically able to get the job done, get the task accomplished? Well, was it really the case that you couldn't do it? Think about it now. Now, this quote refers to the fact that most of the time, it is not the lack of ability to get something done. It is the lack of the desire or will to get it done. Most of the time, we don't necessarily lack the strength or ability to get something done. All right. We can find the strength. We can muster up the strength when we really want to get something done. All right. It's simply a matter of making a firm determination that we want to get it done. It has to be mentally resolved that we are going to get this thing done. It is strength versus will. All right. Now, there is something called hysterical strength. All right. It's a real thing. All right. It's also known as superhuman strength. Again, it's real. Hysterical strength is a display of extreme strength beyond what is believed to be normal, usually occurring when people are in life and death situations. All right. You hear about this on occasion, the occasional story of parents lifting vehicles to rescue their children. Right. These are situations where individual's will has been heightened so much that it overcomes any perceived lack of strength. All right. It's all about that person's reason for mustering that strength. It's all about that person's why. All right. So even in cases where there's no doubt in one's mind that they just don't have the strength to get something done, they can get it done with the right motivation. It's strength versus will. All right. If your why for wanting something or needing to get something accomplished is big enough, all the excuses, all the I can'ts are eliminated. Depending on what the task is, if your why is big enough, you no longer can say, I can't because I don't have the time. You no longer can say, I can't, I don't have the resources. You no longer can say, I can't, I don't know how. You no longer can say, I can't, it's not working for me. If your why is big enough, You will figure it out, whatever it may be. It is strength versus will. You will find the inner strength to get it done. You will find the resources. You will figure out how. You will figure out how to make it work for you. If you have a big enough reason to get it done, you will get it done. It is strength versus will. And I have heard so many stories in business as to why people succeeded against all the odds because they simply have to. Right? I heard a story just this weekend about a young lady who had a thriving business, but had to give up on her thriving business because her young child got sick. All right. The child got sick and she could no longer work the business. So she had to take time from her business to take care of her child. All right. But then because the child was sick, the bills started piling up. And then she needed money more than ever to take care of the household as well as him, right? Her why got a whole lot bigger. Well, she found a way to make it happen. She found the resources to make it happen. She found the time to make it happen. She found the strength to make it happen. And now her business is thriving and she's able to take care of her child. She has the finances and she's able to get it done because her why was big enough. It was strength versus will. What is your why? What is your reason for wanting to get things done in life, getting things accomplished? What is your reason for wanting to be successful in whatever endeavor it may be? What is your why? Is it big enough to help you overcome the perceived lack of ability to get it done? You can get it done if you want to. You can get it done if you want to. It is strength versus will. All right. Again, that quote is by Mr. Victor Hugo. And what he said was, people do not lack strength. They lack will. So I want to hear from you. Reach out. Let's connect. You can reach me at Mr. Eric Watson. That's MrEricWatson on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about you overcoming the odds. You overcoming that lack of perceived ability to get something done. Let me hear about your strength versus your will. All right. Reach out. Let's connect. You can also reach me on my YouTube channel. All right. Subscribe, please. And that again is at Mr. Eric Watson. That's MrEricWatson. I want to hear from you. All right. So with that, I want to wish each and every one of you a blessed and prosperous day. Go out and conquer, because it's all about you being able to overcome the odds. It is that will that will get it done. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off until we meet again. Goodbye.
Thank you for joining me for today's Daily Dose. I hope you were able to get something out of it, because again, if I can touch but one, my job is done. Everyone have a blessed and prosperous day.